Super exciting day today, guys. We got my boy Myles coming in from Greenville. Myles has an incredible testimony, one of the most inspirational guys that I know. So we're excited to welcome him in, and we can have a fun day filled with content, strategy, growth, and just share the spirit. What up?
Yo, what's up?
How you doing, bro?
How are you? Oh my gosh, dude, this is so fire. Wow, this is super cool.
Thank you, bro.
What? Look at this. Wow, that's crazy. Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Been a journey, bro. Talk about bringing the
good, dude.
old bones back to life, man. This thing was,
I love it.
it was a big project, man.
Dude, but how you been, man?
Doing good, bro. Yeah.
That's good, man.
We're staying busy.
That's awesome.
Cranking it, just work. Really, honestly, the focus is kind of on the content.
Yeah,
education
planning. I
side.
see it. Yeah, it's super cool. Planning everything out. Social funnel. That's super cool. Dude, that's awesome. See, having it just mapped out right in front of you looks like amazing.
That would be my
No, that's cool. That's a pretty loud finger. I love that. That's cool. But dude, that's super cool, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly like, it really. I mean, I'm super grateful just to be here. It was like cool when you reached out and you're like, dude, want to come down? I'm like, what? Are you serious? Me? Why me? No, I'm just kidding.
I think we're long overdue, bro.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. Yeah, but I'm super grateful. This is awesome. I've never been to Columbia either, so.
It's your first time,
Yeah,
really?
man. Yeah. Brought the wife and baby. Yeah, we were like, no, why not just do a little family trip? Never been here, so.
Dude, that's what's up.
Yeah. You don't have to give me the deets on where to go.
Yeah. He's talented, man. He's talented.
Hustle. That's what hustle, grind, conquer. That's all.
Yeah.
Dude, this is solid life, my boy.
Milton.
Dude, that's so cool. Man, I love, it's just crazy, man. Really, low key, really inspired by just what you put together. Like, I don't think people understand, the details that go behind the quality of, even just, the shot transitions, how you have the standing camera and you have it moving. The color scheme is super cool. That black and white, very modern, very, just real estate vibe. That's cool. But just the setup is just super cool, man.
Hey, when he came in that day, that was the first time that I heard about you.
Really?
He was telling the story. He's like, man,
Get
you
out
know
of here.
Myles. He told me, he's like, man, he almost lost his life. He's like, I was on the phone with him
Dude.
when it happened. He's like, he really kind of believed in me and supported me when I first started this journey.
Yeah. That's
And he's
crazy.
like, man, and then fast forward 2 months, we're at the mastermind together, bro.
Which is crazy how that works. Yeah, I was on the phone when the car hit. I was literally on the phone with him. And that whole journey is just crazy wild, dude. It's a wild journey. I mean, just imagine everything you guys are doing, just living life, doing your normal thing, and then you're literally fighting to just live. You're literally on the brink of just done. Your life's over. So, and also just think how wild it is. When I got hit, I don't even remember the accident. I don't remember the impact. Obviously, it's so abrupt. I mean, your brain just obviously doesn't even recognize the feeling. Everything just goes into shock and shuts down. So literally imagine you're on the phone, you're driving, normal day, and it's actually towards the end of the day. So it's almost like the day you just thought was going to be over. You had a great day. I just thought the day was, just kind of ending the day. It's fine. And then smack back, you just
didn't even see it coming.
Didn't even see it coming. You're just knocked out. But then the first moments you open your eyes, because remember you're fighting the clock because you're in such critical condition. Everything is we got to figure out what we need to do now because he's bleeding out. He's gonna die in a couple minutes if we don't figure this out. So everyone always asks me would I remember the accident? And literally the first memory, when I woke up from it happening, was doctors all around and my family members crying and basically them asking can we need to cut your leg off. Just imagine you're just going home to your child and your wife, and then all of a sudden as you open your eyes for some crazy incident, you're being asked to cut limbs off your body to survive. So it was wild, and I was just so I couldn't even talk. I had to just nod my head. I'm just
some type of medicines
crazy.
morphine.
Yeah, I mean you're so out of it, but at least I was conscious enough to just be dude, whatever we got to do, cut it off. I get you're about to die. You can't really, you don't have time to think as much. So anyway, that's what ended up happening. So most people don't really know, obviously, but pretty much like 70% of my body's like constantly in pain, always hurting, pretty messed up. Because there's people that are amputated. They have like their leg amputated. They're amputee. That alone is like just difficult, right? I mean, your whole life now is you just have this leg amputated. I'm like even in a smaller group of even amputees because I have so many other injuries. Like this whole arm, as you can see, totally always in pain. Like, I can't move my fingers at all. Can't really bend this as much. This is obviously that. And then this, I have foot drop, which is why I have to wear this brace. It's all black, but sometimes people don't realize that. But
when you say foot drop, what
foot drop, so it's a condition, basically like, I've been working on a lot of just muscle regeneration, but I can kind of bend my foot now like this. But the reality is you're supposed to be able to have flexion, like put your foot up, down, things like that, to be able to move, especially if you're walking to clear the floor. But what happens is if I don't have this brace on, because this brace keeps my foot at like a 90-degree angle, and if I take that brace off, my foot naturally will just want to drop and just kind of be like this. So that brace keeps my foot up. So so I have to keep that on until I'm able to naturally bring my foot up, which I may never have. At this point, it's looking like I probably won't have it, but obviously there's still a little bit of time to be able to get that. I may have to wear this forever now, but anyway, dude. So that's the thing, man. I mean, that's why I think sometimes I feel like I'm not like I don't want to say worthy because I know my own worth, but sometimes I'm like just surprised that I'm in certain rooms because I just it's not like I'm just doing crazy deals and have so much going on in my real. I mean, of course, yes, I'm doing a lot of things, but I think for most people, it's just so inspiring that despite all of this that I have going on, I'm still up and just grinding and just having the right attitude and everything like that.
I think
most able-bodied people are just kind of making excuses for whatever.
I think a part of you already realizes it, right? But dude, like your spirit, your presence demands respect. Like you control a room when you walk into it. You have an incredibly powerful story, dude, that it's going to impact tons and tons of people across the world, right? But like, I don't know what it is, bro. It's your presence. It's your spirit as you walk in, dude. You can just feel it. Like you're real. You're passionate. You're Christ-driven, right? You're driven by faith. So regardless of what like your outside circumstances might present, you're standing boldly, man, and saying, you know what, this is what it is. I guarantee you're going to outwork anyone else in that room. Guaranteed. Right? Because you have to. You don't have a choice. If you're not, like, for me, I could wake up in the morning and, like, do my thing, but, like, for you, it's like, you literally have to invest in, well, one, you got to retrain your mind how to operate in a way that you never knew before. Right? But you actually have to do, like, physical therapy in order just to move and operate like a normal person.
Yeah, my wife calls it, like, she feels like every morning it's like I'm, strapping up for battle every day. Because I have to, like, get up. I wake up with, like, limbs missing. I gotta, like, put armor on and, like, do all these different things. Like, even just this, like, I have a liner, that's what this is, and then there's, like, 3 socks under it. So in the morning, I have to use one hand to do it. I don't have 2 hands, so I like, use my elbow, and I put, like, 3 socks on, and then I put the liner on, and then I put this, and then, It's, I don't complain about it. It is what it is, and again, it's just my faith allowed me to have a certain perspective that I think is. I just don't see how people can get through life without it. You know, I mean, it allowed me to recognize that yes, even though my injuries, at the end of the day, it just sucks. It's hard and just like I gotta push through. The reality is I know that everybody's fighting some kind of battle. Like my injuries are a little bit more physical and easier to see, but the reality is it's like. Everybody has some degree of amputation, whether it's spiritually, financially, physically. Everyone's fighting something. You may not be able to see it, inherently, like just right when you meet someone. But none of us are exempt from the evils of the world, the sins of the world, the bad decisions, the mistakes, all the stuff that we all. Jim Rohn talks about it, right? Yeah. The same wind blows on us all. The wind of regret, the wind of difficulty, all these things. We all go through them. So. I think the true test to your character and who you are as a human being is not when everything is great and just like beautiful and the roses and the flowers and all these things, because everyone is winning when everyone's winning. but it's when you get punched in the face, when you fall down, like what you do after that is usually what separates like how someone's going to succeed in life or not. Because we all are going to get punched. We're all going to get knocked down at some point, but not everyone gets back up, right? We all will have wins, you know, things to celebrate, but it's really the things that bring us down, like how you're able to bounce back from that really keep you going. So anyway, but I know I know we got, you know, we can talk about a bunch of stuff. Yeah. A lot of cool things happening, and you know, so I'm excited.
Awesome.
Super stoked to be
here. I'm wide open, bro.
Yeah.
I figure we just really collaborate, figure out how we can, one, help one another, add value, dive in deep with strategy.
Yeah. That'd be super cool.
But I was thinking, like having a sit down.
Here? Cool.
Yeah, like almost like an interview, kind of like you opened up with, dude. Cool. And you just share your testimony, bro. Just share your heart, your spirit, everything you went through. Yeah. Talking about being in the rooms and surrounded by successful people, whatever the case, and you know, just commanding that. And then we could just jump in here and focus on real estate mixed with Myles' testimony, right? Cool. So one organic, just like heartfelt, let's inspire and get your message out to the world. Yeah. And then we could kind of reset and do real estate with your testimony and why that grit and tenacity is so important.